Прям желтый тюльпан, давай.
Welcome to Rustic Charm Design, where refined elegance meets the warmth of the countryside. Here, we celebrate the art of creating spaces that are as timeless as they are beautiful, where classic design and modern sensibilities converge. Step inside, and let us inspire your home story with grace and style. English Cottage Revival, bringing spring indoors with floral patterns and gingham touches. As winter retreats and spring blossoms emerge, it's the perfect moment to refresh our homes with the timeless appeal of English cottage style and shabby chic charm. This decorating approach celebrates well-loved objects, gentle palettes, and natural textures that create spaces both comforting and enchanting. The thoughtful combination of florals, gingham patterns, and vintage treasures captures spring's renewal while honoring traditional design elements that remain perpetually relevant. What makes cottage and shabby chic decor particularly appealing is its accessible, lived-in quality that welcomes real life rather than demanding perfection. These intertwined styles embrace the beauty of gentle wear, celebrating patina and character over pristine newness. By incorporating soft textiles, natural elements, and curated vintage pieces, you create spaces that feel both nostalgic and fresh, embodying the Japanese concept of wabi-sabi that finds beauty in imperfection. The following 4 approaches to spring cottage decorating offer practical ways to transform your home with floral prints, gingham patterns, and vintage elements. Whether completely redesigning your space or simply adding seasonal touches, these ideas will help you create rooms that feel authentically charming and perfectly attuned to the hopeful spirit of spring. One. Floral foundations, bringing spring indoors with botanical beauty. Soft floral patterns for cottage comfort. Introduce delicate floral patterns through curtains, cushion covers, and wall art to create an airy spring atmosphere. Choose faded rose patterns or wildflower designs for authentic English cottage charm. These patterns shine in living spaces and bedrooms, where combining different scales of florals, from tiny scattered blooms to larger statement patterns, creates visual depth while maintaining cohesion. For botanical authenticity, select designs featuring native English cottage garden flowers like foxgloves, hollyhocks, and sweet peas. Botanical accents and vintage displays. Transform your space with both fresh and artificial floral arrangements in vintage containers, pressed flower wall art, and botanical prints in whitewashed frames. These elements instantly evoke spring's renewal while enhancing your shabby chic aesthetic. Hunt local thrift shops for one-of-a-kind floral pieces with history and character that mass-produced items cannot replicate. Consider genuine vintage botanical prints from old gardening books as unique wall art with historical significance. Balancing floral elements with natural textures. The key to successful floral incorporation lies in balance. Pair floral patterns with natural textures like rattan, linen, and weathered wood to prevent visual overwhelm. Set florals against soft neutral backgrounds or gentle pastel palettes that allow patterns to shine without creating clutter. Even a single statement wall of floral wallpaper can transform a room, creating the perfect backdrop for your vintage-inspired spring decorating scheme while maintaining the light, airy feeling essential to cottage style. Two. Gingham grace and textile treasures, layered patterns for cottage charm. Gingham as a cottage foundation. Incorporate this quintessential cottage pattern through curtains, tablecloths, and kitchen textiles in soft pastel shades like powder blue, blush pink, or sage green. Gingham instantly evokes farmhouse freshness while maintaining sophisticated country appeal. In the kitchen, gingham curtains, dish towels, and table runners pair beautifully with white cabinets and wooden elements, creating a nostalgic yet timeless backdrop for daily life. Consider gingham-covered storage containers or appliance covers for cohesive cottage styling. Thoughtful textile layering. The magic of cottage style emerges through thoughtful pattern combinations. Pair gingham foundations with floral accents for dimensional visual interest. Use gingham as your base in larger applications like curtains or tablecloths, then layer smaller floral elements through napkins, cushions, or decorative objects. Keep colors harmonious within a limited palette to maintain the serene quality essential to cottage charm. This layering creates spaces that feel both curated and comfortably lived in. Soft bedroom linens and window treatments. Transform bedrooms with lightweight cotton or linen sheets in floral or gingham prints, layered with soft quilts or coverlets featuring delicate patterns. Sheer window treatments filter sunlight beautifully, creating the gentle illumination that defines cottage interiors. Combine these textiles with vintage furniture pieces like painted dressers or weathered nightstands to complete the look. Pre-washed fabrics with their lived-in softness enhance both comfort and authentic cottage ambience. Three. Vintage treasures and weathered charm, creating character through time-worn beauty. Collecting meaningful vintage pieces. The heart of English cottage and shabby chic style lies in thoughtfully curated vintage elements with genuine character and history. Look for furniture with gentle wear, slightly chipped paint, or faded upholstery. These imperfections contribute to the comfortable, unpretentious charm essential to cottage decorating. Focus on pieces with curved lines, carved details, or graceful proportions that soften your interior landscape while adding architectural interest. Creating cottage vignettes. Arrange collections of vintage treasures, weathered books, antique clocks, ceramic pitchers, into thoughtful vignettes throughout your home. In entryways, combine rustic benches with soft cushions, vintage coat hooks, and antique mirrors to welcome visitors with immediate cottage charm. For living areas, style coffee tables or shelves with stacked vintage books, porcelain figurines, and small floral arrangements that tell your personal story through carefully selected objects. Repurposing with cottage creativity. Embrace creative repurposing to give new life to vintage finds. Transform old ladders into display shelves, use antique suitcases as side tables, or repurpose vintage containers as planters or storage solutions. These thoughtful adaptations not only add distinctive character to your home, but also honor the sustainable spirit of traditional cottage living, where items were valued, repaired, and reimagined rather than discarded. Look for pieces with potential beyond their original purpose. Four. Natural elements and seasonal touches, connecting inside to outside. Bringing nature's palette indoors. Echo Springs awakening through a gentle color palette inspired by the English countryside, soft blues reminiscent of forget-me-nots, pale greens of new leaves, blush pinks of apple blossoms, and creamy whites like hawthorn flowers. These colors create tranquil backgrounds for cottage interiors while maintaining visual connection to the natural world. Apply these hues to walls, textiles, and accessories to establish cohesive environments that feel refreshingly seasonal. Incorporating living elements. Enhance your spring cottage refresh with thoughtfully placed houseplants, forced bulbs, and fresh-cut garden flowers in vintage containers. These living elements bring authentic spring energy indoors while adding color, texture, and life to your spaces. Consider easy care plants like ferns, ivy, or flowering begonias that thrive in indoor conditions while complementing cottage aesthetics. For entryways, seasonal wreaths incorporating spring blooms, herbs, and greenery welcome visitors with natural charm. Multisensory cottage experiences. Complete your spring cottage transformation by engaging all senses. Introduce seasonal scents through lavender sachets, honeysuckle candles, or fresh herbs in kitchen windowsills. Consider the gentle sounds of wind chimes near open windows or the pleasant weight of textured throws and cushions. These multisensory elements create immersive cottage environments that delight beyond the visual, making your seasonal refresh more deeply satisfying and emotionally resonant. Conclusion. The essence of spring cottage decorating lies in its gentle celebration of renewal, comfort, and timeless charm. By incorporating these English country and shabby chic elements, you create spaces that feel both refreshingly seasonal and comfortingly familiar. The thoughtful layering of florals, gingham, and vintage treasures transforms ordinary rooms into personal sanctuaries that honor tradition while embracing the hopeful spirit of springtime. As you implement these ideas, remember that authentic cottage style develops organically. Allow yourself to collect pieces that genuinely speak to you, creating spaces that reflect your personal history. The most enchanting cottage interiors tell stories through their collected treasures, creating environments that feel both timeless and intimately connected to those who live within them. Beyond aesthetic pleasures, your spring cottage refresh offers practical benefits for well-being. The soft colors and natural textures create calming environments that support relaxation, while the connection to seasonal changes grounds us in nature's rhythms. This mindful approach to home decoration reminds us that our surroundings profoundly influence our emotional well-being, making thoughtful seasonal refreshes meaningful contributions to everyday happiness and sense of connection.